Hey guys, back with another one here. Is my $20 HP Omen I picked up at a little local swap place uptown. Ended up cut out a hard drive cage and ended up putting in another fan up inside here. Turn on the lights. Got it on white just for a second. Flip it to red here. But yeah, I put one fan in the curved area here, and there is ventilation, so you can kind of see what in the world's going on. But the second fan was like a 90mm, and I drilled that out and just added some holes, about matched up an old fan. Cut and drilled me some holes and mounted it in there. I've got the there's a Lexar 256 gig SSD in here, mounted on top, 3 terabyte, and then I may try to squeeze a little 500 gig in another caddy I got here, just to put another drive in there. There's a 650 watt Inland 80 plus bronze power supply, MSI 1050 Ti. I got lucky when I ordered it that it was the red gaming version. Glows red there, so that was pretty neat. A little bonus. I added the fans was a 3-pack of Vetru fans. Got a Ryzen 5 1400 in it with Oloy 3600 megahertz RAM. I got it running at 3200 megahertz. Processor's overclocked to 3.6 gigahertz at 1.33 volt. 1.330 volt. 776 on Cinebench, seems pretty stable. Had it at 3.8 gigahertz, and I've seen people hit like 3.9 and 4.0 with this chip. Not too for sure on the voltage. I was at 1.380 volt, I'm pretty sure. And the second Cinebench test, it kind of froze up, so I bumped it back down to 3.6 at 1.325, and it kind of bumped itself up to 1.33. But also want to show here on the back side, I took out the CD drive and put in an ARGB controller for it, just deep enough pocket there for it to kind of set in. Anywhere else on the back panel, and I wasn't going to be able to put the back panel back on the thing. I did order a two-way, like a splitter, 2 to 1 3.0 cable here. This is motherboard 3.0 for the front USB ports here. I gotta get and that red one too. So if I get a splitter and run it down to the bottom down in here, I can hook it up to the motherboard. It's down on the bottom of the motherboard. Also, I ran into this. There's a cable here that says motherboard, what is it? USB-C power. And it was plugged in up in here. And I don't know if it goes to a regular USB hub on your motherboard, a USB pin out. But it matches, and I found off of a USB adapter thingy here. I took off one of these. It was the same pin out. It was one down here on the bottom. Had exactly the same amount of wires in each slot, and then the missing pin was in the same spot too. But it was a longer cable than this one. This one will not reach down to the bottom to hook into the motherboard. So I had it plugged in, and it said, what was it? Power surge, USB power surge. So I unplugged it, and it's just right down here. Until I get that adapter, I'm not going to plug it back in and even try it. It may be extra power to help power these. So until I have that adapter and have them plugged in, I don't even want to try it. And then the audio is weird too. They're going to have to use the back panel audio. Down here, there's 2 extra pins on this opposite side here. And it fits the motherboard. The missing pin there, or the blocked off pin, is correct for the audio on a motherboard, but I don't want to stick it on there. I don't know if the rest of these is all the same wires, and what are these 2 extra wires, what are these 2 extra pins. I don't know if it'd match up, so I don't want to fry nothing on the audio on the motherboard or anything, so I'm going to leave that unplugged, and they can just hook in speakers or headphones or something to the back if they've got to. Other than that, I did paint the back panel. I've got the side panel here. I did cut and make a window for it, and let's see, it don't look too awful. I ain't got it popped on there. I don't want to chip up the paint or anything, but grab my remote and hit red there. But I did wire up the front lights here inside the front panel, and this light, I ran it off Molex, off a 2-pin little fan, a Molex plug, but it had 2 wires that branched off, so you could run positive and negative to a fan. So I don't know if that's 5 volt or what, but it's running off that. And then I had an old SATA plug that the wires was ripped off, and wired it up, and the yellow wire, I'm not sure if that's 12 volt or what, but I ran the yellow wire to the positive on all these, and then ran a ground wire off of it to the negative, and then I had light off these when I hooked that into a SATA plug on my power supply. So I just ran the Molex and the SATA, and boom, I got these all to light up. And you can kill the red lights, and you still got a little view inside. You got the Wraith Stealth RGB, and then came with one of my old processors we got. So ended up putting that on there and matched it up to red. 1050 Ti I ordered, and 16 gigs of RAM, 3 terabyte. This thing's going to rock and roll. And like I say, I don't think anybody's got a HP omen modded all up like this. I mean, hard drives are kind of in different spots, and took out that cage, added a window, and switched parts around, put a different motherboard in it. So, yeah, turned out looking pretty nice. Like I say, at 3.6 gigahertz, it gets a 776 Cinebench score. 3.59, so 6 gigahertz, and not too much more to show. I mean, it don't really hit too bad of temperatures. I'll figure out how to overclock it a little bit better, play around with my voltages, and see what 3.8 might be more stable at, and just kind of leave it there. 3.8 would be pretty decent with this. But yeah, guys, that's it for this one here. Like, subscribe, share, and check out the next one we build and create